I'm genuinely in shock right now. What is happening with Winnipeg Jets? What, Kevin Cheveldayoff, how many lines of cocaine have you done over the last 48 hours? Because I have never seen this amount of moves made by the Winnipeg Jets. This is crazy! Nate Schmidt is a Winnipeg Jet! Guess what? Nate Schmidt has been acquired by the Winnipeg Jets in exchange for a 2022 third-round pick. A third-round pick for Nate Schmidt. Like, holy shit. Holy... I'm in shock, ladies and gentlemen. Coming from one of the most pacifist GMs in the NHL. Oh, we don't trade prospects, we don't do this, do that. To bam! Paul Stassi's coming back, ladies and gentlemen. Bam! Brendan Dillon for 2 seconds. Bam again! What is happening? Nate Schmidt is a Jet! Like, oh my god! This is coming out of completely, Nate, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't already know, there was already a deal in place for the Jets to acquire Nate Schmidt prior to the trade that went down yesterday with Washington Capitals, with Brendan Dillon coming to Winnipeg in exchange for those 2 second-rounders. I don't know exactly what that trade was at the time. All I know is because of Nate Schmidt's modified no-trade clause, not even modified. I believe it is modified, excuse me. I'm too excited right now. Point being, he turned down that trade. He did not want to come to Winnipeg. That's where all the reports were. He was not interested in coming to Winnipeg. I guess getting a former teammate in Brendan Dillon to your blue line is a pretty hey, I'll come there now. This is insane for a third-round pick. Now, look, guys, I know what you're thinking. Nate Schmidt did have a down year in Vancouver. He did not fit well in Vancouver's system. That is the reason why. I'm a Vancouver fan. I should have actually put a Vancouver jersey up there with him for this, but point being, I am a Vancouver fan. I live in Vancouver. I've grown up watching the Canucks my whole life. I like the Vancouver Canucks as well as I like the Jets. Nate Schmidt was not a good fit, but that does not mean he is a bad defenseman. When that trade went down, I told all my friends that were Canucks fans, I talked about in group chats with Lego Rocks 99, with my buddies at work, with my dad and everybody, that this was not a great move. Investing that much cap in between Tyler Myers and Nate Schmidt wasn't a great fit, and I didn't think Schmidt was an overall, good asset for them to go after with the way the Canucks play their defense. And it turned out to be right. Now, Nate Schmidt still had a pretty okay year. Not really, but, when you look at his analytics, yeah, it was a little bit of a decline, and only being able to put up 15 points was a huge drop back from the 31 he was able to put up the year prior with the Vegas Golden Knights. And ever since being in Vegas, he'd been a solid 30 points a season, 36 points in the first year with Vegas in the inaugural year, 30 after that, and then 31 in his last year before being traded to Vancouver. Now, obviously, Nate Schmidt coming over to the Winnipeg Jets is immediately their #1 guy to go play up there with Josh Morrissey. If you're guessing me, in my opinion, I think he'll become the top pairing guy. I see them. I don't know how they're going to do all of this. It's very up in the air right now. That's all I'm going to say. I'm in shock, ladies and gentlemen. I'm genuinely in shock. What I'm seeing right now in my mind, what I can picture for the Jets lineup next year is going to be Morrissey, Schmidt, Dillon, and Pionk, and then you have anyone between Heinola, Stanley, Sandberg, and Dylan DeMello. Our Jets defense went from Nathan Beaulieu and Tucker Pullman being our top 4 options to having Morrissey, Schmidt, Dillon, and most likely Pionk when he resigns tomorrow, hopefully, in the span of 48 hours. And we kept Paul Stastny. This is insane. Cheveldayoff was like, I'm done with this. I am done being, when I look at this move, the moves made by the Jets, this is the Jets going an all-in. This is the Winnipeg Jets. Schmidt has term left on his cap. Nate Schmidt is currently making, if I can pull up his contract, he's got, if I believe, 4 years left at $6 million. Now, I haven't seen any news about retained salary, so I'm assuming we're bringing on that full $6 million. Now, when you add that $6 million compared with the money that was given, 3.9 in Brendan Dillon, and now you're going to have to sign Neil Pionk, I think that means Andrew Copp's out, but either way, the Jets are going to the cap ceiling. They're going to the floor. They're putting all their money on Pierre-Luc Dubois having a bounce-back year and being under contract for $5 million. They are going all in this year. This is the Jets' year. I'm not saying they're going to win the cup, but this is their year. They're going all in. This is going to be their push. This is probably going to be a bigger push than what we even saw with the 2018 run, because that was unexpected in its own precedence, right? Other than the Stastny addition at the deadline, that team was not projected to be a Western Conference final team. Hell, most analysts didn't even see the Jets that year playing in the playoffs. They had it was a very up in the air year. Will they be good? Will they be bad? Will they be mediocre? Who knows? This is the Jets going, we're all in. You've got everyone under contract. You've got Paul Stastny on a 1-year deal. This is 100% the Winnipeg Jets are going all in to win the Stanley Cup and try to at least this coming up season. This is their all-in move. Nate Schmidt, Brendan Dillon, keeping Paul Stastny. The only thing you need to do now is re-sign Neil Pionk, And if you really wanted to, potentially use Andrew Kopp as trade bait to really bolster up that top six even more and bring in someone who's bona fide, and then have Paul Stastny potentially play the third line, transition Lowry to a fourth line center, and roll out the deepest center lineup you've had probably ever when you think about it. Or you move Paul Stastny to the fourth line, you roll... Either way, the possibilities now are endless. Yeah, you guys know already, I am a huge Ville Heinola fan. I love Jansen Harkins. I love the Jets prospects, and I am huge in favor of pushing the youth forward, without a doubt. But that doesn't mean that I'm not against going all in. I've stated this before 1,000 times. Winning within the Hellebuck window, which is the next 3 seasons, is crucial to the Jets' success of keeping Hellebuck after this contract is up, and just winning when you have Blake Wheeler still playing competently with that cap hit and everything else. This is without a doubt the move the Jets needed to make, in my opinion. Yeah, you could say they could go out and get another guy, but Nate Schmidt can be a bona fide top pairing guy. To him play with Josh Morrissey, this is looking fantastic to me. Maybe I'm overreacting because I'm shocked, but when I look at this, I see this as an absolute win. You give up a 3rd round pick. That's nothing. And there's a really good chance that Nate Schmidt has a really good bounce-back year playing with Winnipeg. You want to know why? Other than Neil Pionk, we don't have a lot of offense on that blue line. He now can become that offensive guy. You don't have a Quinn Hughes on the Jets that is going to be taking control of the defense and running the power play and running everything from the defensive side of things. Nate Schmidt now becomes that guy for the Winnipeg Jets. This is beyond exciting for the potential that this could look. Worst case scenario, it blows up in our face and I'll be eating my words, but so will every single one of you. I don't think there'll be any Jets fan right now that's not going insane thinking about this, because Nate Schmidt has already said, I don't want to come to Winnipeg. He literally said that 48 hours ago. And then we get Dylan, we sign Stastny, and now we're getting him for a 3rd round pick next year. That's it. This is absolutely insane. Like, I am in genuine disbelief and shock that Cheveldayoff has made this many moves within the span of 48 hours. Like, I know it's going into free agency tomorrow, but, like, come on. You usually expect the Jets to sign their RFAs, and that's about it. Maybe bring in some depth pieces. Not make a trade for a #1 defenseman and bring in another guy the day before that is amazing and is a solid top 4 addition to a second pair. I'm in shock. Like, I'm in genuine shock. Hell, you could roll out a top pair of Dylan and Schmidt if you wanted to, have Morrissey play with Pionk on the second pairing, which I think would be awesome, and then have Dylan DeMello play with either Stanley, Ville Heinola, or Sandberger. Hell, rotate all 3 of those guys and see which one sticks. The possibilities are endless for their defense now. This immediately makes the Winnipeg Jets a contender. I'm sorry, it without a doubt does. This defense, with Connor Hellebuck and the offense that we have, keeping Stastny, Perfetti potentially jumping up and playing some games next year, Chaz Lucius getting drafted as well, who will be a few years away down the line too, but having him come up to the system, the Winnipeg Jets have just had probably the best week in their franchise when you look at things. I'm not joking. Like, yeah, the Line A stuff was great when they drafted him, but being able to sign Stastny, bring in a top 4 guy, a second pairing guy, bring in a legit #1 defenseman in Schmidt, have a fantastic draft with only, what, 4 or 5 picks that they had? I'm in shock. This is a fantastic day to be a Winnipeg Jets fan. I think this is an absolute win. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, Jets fans, on what you're feeling right now. I am through the moon excited. I can't even speak properly. I'm sweating bullets wearing this hot-ass jacket, but you damn know I was going to put it on for this. Whew. The moment I put on the Lucky Dale Howard-Chuck signed hat, ladies and gentlemen, for that draft, we had a great draft, and we've had a great week. This one's for you, Dale. We're winning a chip for you, baby. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, Jets fans. Subscribe regardless of the team that you root for. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace, love, and positivity to all you beautiful people out there. Have a great rest of your day. Go, Jets, go. Welcome Nate Schmidt to Winnipeg. Next season is going to be fucking insane.